Welcome back to the Locked Up RC channel. I am your host, Patrick Norton. Tonight, we are going to install some of our new, not yet released, actually, internal beadlocks on our axial Capra. I hope they'll stick around. Okay, who's with me? Welcome back, Josh. So, as I mentioned, tonight is beadlock night for our Capra. If you've ever installed a set of scale beadlock wheels, you know it's going to take a little bit of time just because of all the screws. I'm going to get through as many of them as I can. I had asked you guys to, I guess, vote on if you would prefer to see me install the blue or the gray rings. And these are not the raw aluminum gray, silver, whatever. These are actually a clear anodized. So, from what I recall, the last time I checked, nobody really chimed in, except for a couple people, and they said blue. So we're going to go with blue. The side of the body, the drivers are blue. Our sticker, the side of the body is silver. The drivers are blue, the side of the body is silver. One of these days I'll get it right. So I'm going to set these guys aside so that I don't accidentally open them, because I like to open things. What's everybody else up to tonight? Let me know. I always like to know what you guys are doing. Just makes it more fun rather than me just talking to myself. I did remember my water this week. I apologize for being tardy once again. Stomach is not happy with me today. I don't know what I did. It gets mad all the time. Anyway, the first thing I guess we're going to have to do to install these beadlocks is take apart the stock setup. Welcome, Brian. Thank you for joining. No real rocket science with this. If you've got a Capra and you put the kit together, you're going to know that taking everything apart is the reverse of putting it together. So if you're smart, you'll buy our wheels before you put the kit together. You know, that way you don't have to monkey with any of this stuff. Hey, Alan. Yes, we have, if you look back through some of the videos I've done in the last couple of weeks, I guess so far from this year, we've got a couple of internal wheel designs that we're going to be producing. We are still trying to put a bow on those projects, I guess you could say. But we have been woefully behind on a lot of our wheels. No particular reason, other than just, you know, slacking and busy. I don't know. Is that... I guess it's two different things. You know, we've been busy trying to expand into some new product lines and working on that kind of stuff. It takes some investment. So we had to let a couple of things kind of, you know, I don't want to say go by the wayside, but we had to wait on restocking some stuff. One of those was wheels. But we are constantly working on those. I get asked, that's probably the most common question that I get asked. Welcome, Jennifer. Welcome, Jeremy. It's all good. No crackling. That's what we want. Okay. So, let's open some stuff. I guess I can zoom in on this a little bit. To get myself situated so that I'm correctly under the camera. Okay, thank you guys for letting me know. There's not really a good way for me to monitor my own voice in here without wearing headphones, and I mean, I guess I could do that, but that would be logical. Why would I do that? No, it's weird. I mean, I did a test recording right before I start the show every time, and that I thought that would fix it because it would let me know if there was a problem, but apparently the problem is random. I don't know. Bummer. That just means I'm going to have to go in and try to do some some dubbing, I guess, before I put. I'll combine this stream and the previous one, dub them, put them on YouTube. I'll have to try to find some way to dub in some ridiculousness. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess I could start this over. So if you're just tuning in, all I've done so far is I have taken the wheel off of our Capra. This is our new internal wheel. This is the old Capra wheel over here. Really easy to take apart. Putting it back together is going to take a little bit more time. What do I have there? New wheels. Yes, Josh, these are our new internal wheels. As I said, I think in the previous stream, to fit over the Capra knuckles, we had to have a bigger diameter on the inside of the wheels. So that's what we've got on these. It's the same size, face design, everything else remains the same on this side. It's just we've got an internal ring instead of kind of the built-in channels. So this will allow some people to do some different things in terms of knuckles. I know some guys run different brake rotors and weights and all sorts of stuff. I don't think we're going to do all of our wheels this way. I know someone asked if we were going to, or asked for us not to. A couple of tips that I'll give you guys while I'm putting these together. If you haven't assembled beadlock wheels ever, welcome Eric, welcome Sean. If you haven't assembled beadlock wheels ever before, I always like to just take a spare wheel. I could probably even use the stock one and just kind of use it as a table so that I can press the tire down and get my bead in there, right? So that's why I have this other wheel out. That's not the wheel we're putting on. But since we've got scale beadlocks and scale hardware, we get to install some screws. So a lot of this video is going to be you guys watching me do this. So if you're not familiar with our easy mount wheels, this will be a good, quick, well, maybe not quick. This will be a good way for you to figure out what the deal is. For me to show you what the deal is. Dog hair. It's inevitable. So what are you guys working on tonight? And did anybody do anything fun over the weekend? And does anyone recognize my shirt? Hey Jake, I don't know if these will clear Vanquish portals. I don't have Vanquish portals. Josh, these are not on the site yet. We are still... I don't know what the best way to phrase all of this is. We are still figuring some things out in terms of manufacturing some of the parts. I've got a lot of the wheels done, but I'm just trying to perfect the inner ring and then find the best way, most cost-effective way, most durable, cost-effective, best way, whatever, to include all of the inner rings. I'm not sure if people would be interested also in having options. You know, I saw VP came out with some composite internal rings. And I know a lot of people seem to not like that idea. You know, I mean, I get it. I've got an RC10 original gold paint chassis, and they came with plastic internal rings. It's a completely different design. Things clamp together very differently, and they were plastic wheels, and I had problems with those. However, I suspect at this point in time, almost 40 years later, okay, 30 years later, we probably have some different materials available to us at this point than Associated may have had back then. So that's basically where I am right now. I've got a whole ton of wheels cut, not finished, but cut, and I am working on the internal rings. So that's where we are. That was like the longest way I possibly could have explained all that. So I guess I'm going to pull this out of the tire for a second. So I will pull this out of the tire as well, and just show you guys. So the way our old wheels went together, you had a ring that fit on the back and a ring that fit on the front. Once you install all of your screws in your beadlock ring, you would just line them up and the ring just drops in, right? Makes it pretty easy to put everything together. With these, you've got this ring that goes around the outside, and then this ring, you know, on the face. And this is really just for people that are not familiar with internal beadlocks. And then, you know, your internal, whatever I should say. It's not whatever. It's an internal ring. The internal ring can kind of slide back and forth. It's not fixed, but that allows you to get the tire on with the ring inside of it and then push the wheel in. So I think you guys will see how this works now. I'm slacking. Eric, you're supposed to be here to help. Possibility of a brass internal ring. Absolutely, that is one of the things that I am investigating. Sean, are they going to work with Proline beads? Yeah, they will. Oh, I thought I had one mounted already, but that's... I did have one. Where is it? No, I don't know where it is. I mounted one. So, just like what... Absolutely, I guess I should say. These, with the internal ring, are the exact same dimensions as these in terms of getting everything mounted. So if you can get a Proline on these, you can get a Proline on those. I've already done it. Now these prototypes weren't deburred the same way. They don't have the same fit and finish and everything as our normal wheels, so it was a little bit harder. But I did mount a Proline on one of these purposely to test. It did go on. What I normally do whenever I mount Prolines on any wheels, and when I say any wheels, I mean our wheels, because ours are the only ones that are good. Come on. No, I'm kidding. I like to use just like a 1-to-1. So I will fill up one of my trusty little HEB guacamole cups with a little teeny tiny bit of soapy water, and I take a Q-tip and I right around the bead, and it slides together. It really actually helps. I've never had a problem when I've done that. So I also frequently forget the soapy water, and I'm still able to mount them. There is a little bit more stress because it's a bigger bead, but I haven't really had any major issues. That's what I'm missing. So when I'm mounting stuff, I like to use a spare wheel, get my tire on. This is going to be a little more difficult for me because I'm trying to stay back here and not block the camera. So I can't see exactly what I'm doing. I may have to watch myself. Ooh, I'm going to be like a surgeon watching myself operate on a camera. That sounds like a terrible idea. I don't know how those guys do that. Like the robotic surgeons. I don't know if you guys know about that, but my ex-brother-in-law is a urologist, and he was like, he does this like robotic surgery. So they're doing, I mean, as much as my cell phone drops signal and my Wi-Fi goes out and everything, I don't really know if I want somebody operating on me with a robot. I just, you know, maybe I'm scared. I don't know. Anyway, it's cool as hell what they do. So basically, this is together now. So not very hard, other than some sound problems. Let's see. And I always tell people, you know, just like you're tightening the lugs on a 1-to-1 wheel, get some stuff started and then go around in a crisscross pattern. And really, once you get 2 of them on there, tire's not going anywhere. Wait, there we go. Yeah, these actually mount. These mount pretty easily. I would say that these Goodyears mount as easily as an RC 4-wheel drive tire. They feel nice. I don't know what kind of foam's in there. I mean, I don't really know what the foam is, but welcome, Josh. Welcome, Thomas. It is Monday. One glitch and you're dead. Yeah, exactly. Right? And I mean, especially for a urologist operating down there on your man parts, I just don't feel like that's what I want. No, I'm kidding. I am sure that they have all the bugs figured out on that stuff. I guess I'm going to have to start doing mic tests before I actually start talking about anything important. Make sure you guys can hear me. I'm going to have to figure that out. I wonder if I get some headphones. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Josh, no, the offset should be the same. I mean, the offset is different between these two because this is A08, this is SLW, so that's a whole different world of things. But purposefully, we've left the offset the same. I feel like that just means less confusion. Extra screws. I'm just throwing stuff around. Whatever. I forgot I said I was going to move this over. It really does, Josh. I agree. I need another little dish. What is happening? What? That's not supposed to be it. Yep. Where's my tool? There we go. So I have not tested these. I think. Wait, did I? Yeah, I did test these, didn't I? Yes. So I tested these with the Proline tire, and I think I test fit them on the Capra already to see how much clearance there was. I mean, I know it clears. I can't remember if I took a dimension. I don't know. What I'm really curious to actually see is if they will fit over Wraith Knuckles. But, you know, I think our 1.9s tend to have, let's see, less backspacing? No. Yeah. Than our 2.2s, so they may actually stick out more, even though it's a 1.9. Go figure. So I am not going to go Godzilla tight on this or anything, which you should never really be going Godzilla tight on any of our scale hardware. Also, in case you're wondering, I never suggest Loctite, ever. I would much rather lose all of the screws than have to deal with trying to extract one, because it's a pain in the ass. And we can help you guys with that if you get a screw stuck in something, but I'd prefer to not have to deal with it at all. Okay, goes right on. Wheel nut. You're gonna have to try to figure out the best way to zoom in to show you guys some clearance. But you know what? Before we do that, we're gonna tease you guys. Aha. Because we have some new stuff in the store. In case you did not pay attention to our new release section and monitor it daily, like everyone should be doing, we have added, as of today, the EG1 in a 1.9 size. So originally these were some rings that Eric Gustafsson commissioned us to make. We made them in a 2.2 size for him, and now, gosh, I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a couple of years, I feel like. We have decided to re-release them. We have more 2.2s available in the store, and as of today, some 1.9s. So this is what that 1.9 is going to look like on, I think that is a Recluse. Sorry, my screen's a little dark, the contrast. I believe that is our Recluse 808 with a black finish. This is the Trail Ready HD SLW with a cinder finish. And that is an iconic 8L, I believe, also with a cinder finish. Again, hard to tell exactly the finishes because of my screen. And while we're doing some stuff, let's do this stuff. While we're doing stuff, let's do some stuff. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Red Cat came out with a Wendigo. I don't know. I don't know the cadence on the pronunciation of the name. So this is their new, I'm going to call this their Wraith because I don't have a better way to describe it. Classic Bronco body. Unlike the Wraith, or unlike the original Wraith, this has a steel C-channel chassis. But I don't know how wide it is. It's probably in the specs. We will get to that. And these look like renders. Now, I pulled these images off of their website. These look like renders. I think we actually have some real images. So this is a real image. So it looks like we've got waterproof electronics. That looks like a brushless setup. Be interesting. You know, that actually, that doesn't, this image makes me feel like it's not as wide as a Wraith, but hey, I could be wrong. So I guess this is going to come RTR, all your electronics, everything, is my guess. It looks like the chassis may be multiple pieces. Maybe there's some room to adjust the chassis length. Servo included, electronics, mounted. Yeah, you know, I think the body is pinched, so I feel like that's making it look wide, and those tires and the wheels look fairly deep dish. It's hard to tell really the size on this guy. Let me pop up here real quick. When I say pop up here, I'm talking about going up to my monitor. So we are on the Red Cat site right now. I kind of just wanted to, if you guys have not seen this already, this is their rock racer. So I'm looking for something that says width. I'm just curious about it now. Although one of you guys may have already made a comment, I can't just tell. Yeah, wheelbase is adjustable. That's cool. Steel C-channel. The front and rear axles feature a CNC machined spool. CNC machined. That's important because, yeah, they're not saying what it's made of though. I see some FI spools in the future. Let's see. It looks like we got a slipper, transmission, divorce transfer case. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you know, this may actually be SCX10 with maybe a little wider. One thing I will say that concerns me about this is going to be this right here. You guys can see they're still using this kind of inverted, I believe it's called inverted T steering. I just have never had luck with those, not only on RCs but on 1-to-1s. Because if you've ever had a Jeep TJ, YJ, XJ, WJ, ZJ, all those that use that Dana 30, and you tried to do something with your steering to get rid of that ridiculous drag length, well, that's a whole other story. Anyway, so that's out. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Capra will be next on the list. Good, good. Yeah, no Beadlock tides. Welcome, my kite. Josh. Well, yeah, I think it's a Wraith competitor. Well, Alan, you know, I guess everybody likes different things. I think Red Cat is gonna get. I think Red Cat will only get better. I don't know how good or terrible that truck will be, but I think they'll just continue to get better. At least that's my hope. Yeah, I have a Red Cat. Well, Caden, my son, has a Red Cat. He really enjoys it. He's been pretty brutal with it. I know we broke. What did we break? CVD outer, I think. But it deserved it. I guess he deserved it. Whatever. He was not being gentle on that thing. So, oh yeah, I was just gonna show you guys. Sorry, I'm just all over the place trying to think of the best way to display this for you fellas. Try to get some light on this situation before I go down here to, where is it? The wheelbase cam. Bam! So that's one on. I guess really what I wanted to try to show you guys is going to be in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this camera in there the way that I want. So clearance is going to be tight, but you can see some space in there. And this is a 0.185 hub. So that's as tight as it's going to get, I would say. And when I say as tight as it's going to get, I mean, you know, you could make more space if you wanted it by running a fatter SLW hex hub or AO8 hub or whatever. All that good stuff. Welcome, Mike. So that's one beadlock down. See, these don't take that long. And that's, 25 minutes. And most of that was me just having audio, technical, whatever problems and welcoming people and not really working that hard. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. Because I like to try to keep the shows to about an hour. If that one took 25 minutes, I'm gonna do this back one real quick. Really quick. We'll see. That way, at least I can put two of them on one side, and you guys can have a look. Because that would be almost 2 hours for me to put all four together. Normally it would not take you that long. So if you're doing this at home, it's not gonna take that long. Let's see. It's just that, I am easily distracted by you guys. So I blame y'all. I should probably take this off. Gonna need this. Woo! Anyway. Originally we had some other beadlock rings Jackie was going to use. It wasn't down to the gray or the blue. They were like a salmon color. We had 8 of them. And then she just went ahead and started painting things, and she decided, well, that's not going to match anymore. But every now and then, we get some one-off stuff. Oh, for anybody that had asked last week, we did get all of the 155 Agile rings added to the 155 wheel bundler. So if you were waiting to get a set of 155 wheels, those are now added into the bundler so you can get your package deal. Just FYI. And my hope with those EG1s is going to be to get some of them anodized in a color other than black. I know we don't really, offer a ton of different color options on things. It's partly because our space is limited. You guys would not believe how much space 10 different colors of Agile rings can take up, because we've got a lot of, and, you know, we have to do them in massive amounts, so to make it cost efficient, cost effective, whatever, I don't know, words. Welcome, Dave. Alan, I am also a fan of the Wraith 1.9s. That's actually something that I will be doing. Oh, wrong side. With the Wraith that's up here somewhere. Where is that thing? Yeah, it's up there. I think since I got that thing, I wanted to put 1.9s on it. Now, maybe it'll be a little bit easier, because maybe I can squish them in. We'll see. What am I forgetting? Nothing important? Oops. Man, these things are dirty. I guess I should clean these next time before I get into this kind of nonsense. I'm also not doing a good job staying in focus. Just keep forgetting. Okay, before I do that, let's do this. I'm going to open another bag of these, which I guess I only brought 3 of those bags. That's a good thing I'm not going to do all 4 wheels tonight. Because I wouldn't have enough screws. How did that happen? I must have used them for something. I don't know. What did I do last week? We didn't do wheels last week. Did we do the Capra last week? I think we did. Yeah. We did. So, if you guys are watching me, this is how I assemble these things. I basically try to get up a little head of steam and let the weight of the tool dictate the torque on these, just the faux screws. As I'm driving, if I see one back out, I just tighten it. Please don't use Loctite. I will probably say that every time you guys see me assemble a beadlock ring. I mean, it's not as big of a deal on the beadlock ring, but especially the ones that go into the wheels, please don't use Loctite. You know, if I was actually, I'm not going to say if, before I run this on the trails, I will go back through and probably add an 1/8 to a 1/4 turn on each one of these, just to torque it a little bit. But you have to remember, there's about 1.5 millimeters of thread in the ring, and it's aluminum. Now, if you do strip out one of these screws, you do have the option of getting a 256 screw and forcing it into the hole on the beadlock ring. It will be a little bit bigger, so you'll be able to get some bite as long as you can get the M2 screw out without completely butchering the ring. The side effect of that is you may have to cut the 256 screw off on the back to fit into the wheel. Actually, it may fit in there because that's a 3/32. I can't remember the exact diameter of the 256 screw. But anyway, just something to think about. Easy enough. Get in. No. I feel like I messed up here. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, good time. I'm gonna check comments in just a second. I feel like I've been slacking. I have. Damn. I guess maybe next week we can do some scale hubs on this bad boy. Oh, I said I was going to check comments. Sorry. Welcome, Mark. Yes, Josh, I have thought about splash anodizing. I actually have some different and oddly weird designs, rings, and that kind of stuff that I've considered doing as well. The thing with splash anodizing is that it adds to the cost greatly. The anodizer that we use is not set up for that. They are an industrial size shop. So we drop off hundreds of rings at the same time in order to make it cost effective for us and everyone else. So getting splash anodizing done, they're also not closed. Getting splash anodizing done, I don't know. We'll see. That might be the kind of thing that we do something for, like one of our uniform products. But hey Kevin, welcome. I'm glad you like the wheels. Just checking. I guess you guys couldn't see what I was doing. I'm just checking to make sure I have my holes lined up correctly. Let's see. Tool. I seem to not be able to pick these screws up or hold them tonight. What is wrong with me? So many things. Oh, that's never good. Small industrial accident there. Okay. What's going on here? Let me see. Oh. I don't have the set screw screwed in all the way on this X hub, apparently. Which isn't a problem on the plastic wheel. When I say me, I mean Jackie. She's the one that built this. Curses, woman! I will try to move this back to what I'm going to call the wheelbase cam so that you guys can see the clearance. So on the stock, on the front, we have some of our prototype portal covers on. So I'm going to show you guys the back just so you can see what it looks like with the stock covers as well. Hopefully we'll be able to see in there. It is free moving. I don't know if I'm able to get an angle. Yeah, it's hard to, man, it's really hard to see daylight in there. But it does clear. What's a good way for me to demonstrate that? Where's a piece of paper when I need one? Not sandpaper, I don't want to use that. Oh, my kingdom for a piece of paper. You guys are going to have to take my word for it. So anyway, this does clear. It is close, right? Because everything on here is close in terms of clearance. Woohoo! So I think those look pretty nice. Yeah, I think next week we will try to look at doing some maybe scale hubs. I have to figure out a way to get a grinder up here. Work on that. I don't know. Let's see, what do we got? Time for everyone's favorite thing. Dad joke of the week. A slice of apple pie is $2.50 in Jamaica and $3 in the Bahamas. These are the Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't make these up, I just find them and share them, much to your dismay, I am sure. So, what do we got? Let's see. Where we're on time. That one took 15 minutes. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going. Thank you, Josh. I think it looks good too. Yeah. I wish I had cleaned these up a little so that they'd be pretty, but whatever, it's fine. Let me see. We have, what do we got? Well, I'm gonna keep on doing these because they all have to get done. I have a mess of plastic Capra wheels. I wonder what I could use these for. Nothing. Although, you know what? Just because I already have them. Is this gonna fit? Well. Ha! Forgot I took the wheel off on that side. What do you guys think of this? Let's see. Look how big that hub looks. Of course, I guess it still looks better than the wheel nut, but whatever. It is what it is. Are you saying that doesn't look good, Kevin? Come on. No, it doesn't. Those are, I think these are even bigger than the original SCX-10 plastic wheel hub cover things. I don't know, I could be wrong. I haven't seen any of those in a long time. And I guess at this point my gauge of size may be off because it's been so long. Because I could do this on camera, so at least make it somewhat reasonable to watch. Oh, well, yeah, the joke is definitely bad. The wheel nuts, I'll let Jackie decide, but we're going to have ultra hubs on here eventually. I don't know if yeah, they were a little bit smaller, maybe, but you know, the whole scale with SLW is a little bit big, so they're not terrible with SLW wheels, I would say. Did I miss one? No. If they were like 808s or something, they wouldn't even fit in there. Why can't I get this apart? What am I missing? Oh God, Patrick. That's what I'm missing. That part doesn't come apart. What? Why is there a dent in here? Looks like somebody tried to take a drill to this thing right here. Whatever. Just curious. Okay. Batter up. No, I did not even pay attention to, I guess I got lucky, to what I was doing in terms of the directional tread on the tires. Let's see, this is forward. So this is well, I put them both on backwards on the other side. So I will put both of these on backwards and then just switch them. Sometimes I just can't remember. Thanks, Kevin. Next ring. Oh, I forgot that I said I wasn't going to have enough hardware to do all of them. Well, I'll try to get through 3 of them. Of course, you know, we do usually, not all the time, not supposed to, but frequently we overpack what's in the hardware bags. So sometimes we end up with enough spare hardware to get most of another wheel done. I know what... No, it's not a wheel. Okay, never mind. I was going to say I know where the other bag is, but I don't. I had used some of this hardware to take the pictures for the EG1 ring, so I wonder if it's still in that ring. That's probably what happened. Now I got spit in my eye. You know, I bet those EG1 rings anodized red, but done in a similar way to our Agile two-tones, even blue, or black actually. I bet that would look really cool though with the red ones, because then it would kind of look like that blade edge is bloody. And you know, I grew up playing Mortal Kombat, so I'm all about a fatality. That's what we should call those, fatality. I'm happy to name those after Eric for him bringing us the inspiration. By the way, if you guys have an idea for a cool, unique ring design, shoot us a message. I love designing stuff. That is the... And that's not the whole reason that I do this job, but it's probably my favorite part of what I do. I enjoy this show too, but when I get to sit down and come up with something and then, you know, see an actual product, it's a cool feeling. almost as much satisfaction out of that as when you guys give us compliments when you make orders. We love that. Oh, you're welcome, Kevin. No problem. Josh, is that yes in response to my idea for the EG1 fatality? Oh, that's what we'll call EG1 fatality version. Limited run on those. Do you think red or blue? That's going to be expensive because I'm going to have to anodize them and then rework. Oh, they're already not a cheap ring to make. Where's my... That's okay. Wait, yes, I'm going to say this correctly. It never ceases to amaze me how quickly you guys buy stuff when we put something up for the unicorn. I almost called it Unicorn Miracle. I don't know what I'm thinking. The Unicorn Mystery products. If you guys don't know what those are, on our website we have a standing product. It is called the Unicorn Mystery, and we don't actually tell you what the product is. So it's kind of like a mystery box, but it's not a whole box. It's just something. I mean, if it's a beadlock ring, it's going to be like a set of 4, but so whenever we get a prototype or a one-off or something that's cool, but hey, it's too expensive to actually produce or whatever, that becomes a Unicorn Mystery product. You guys snatch those things up like they are going out of style. So if you are interested in that sort of thing, go do a search on our website for unicorn, and the Unicorn Mystery will come up. Excuse me, the Unicorn Mystery will come up, and you can just add yourself to the wait list. Once we restock it, the store automatically sends out an email that the product has been restocked, and then from there it is first come, first serve. It's kind of like the flash coupons that we do. Number 3. Good times. Yeah, Josh, you gotta be pretty quick with the unicorn stuff. Because it's usually like 1 or it's, I think we say less than 5 of something. So if it's a beadlock ring, it has to be less than 5 sets or whatever. Anything that's more than that, we just put in the limited section. But for the stuff that's really actually rare, hence unicorn, I kind of wanted to have a different place for that. You know, that reminds me, I've got a set of polished diffusers and polished agile rings. Damn dog. No, I love our dog. She's a sweetheart. Hair everywhere though. She's the weirdest dog I've ever met, but she's a good dog. Okay, number 3. Done. Oh wait, actually, let's see. Before I forget, before everybody gives me crap about how I have the tires on backwards. You know, flip them around. I am looking forward to getting this thing out on the rocks and trying it out now. I'm not good with my left hand, apparently. I feel awkward. Let's see. Gotta swap these back guys. And this one I'm just going to take off. I might have enough in there, but I don't think I'm going to make you guys sit through watching me build all four. Because it doesn't matter, it's not going to take that long. I have nowhere better to be. Same thing. Jackie. If the set screw is sticking out, it's a little bit harder to slide the metal SLW hex hub over the hex than the plastic wheel, because the plastic, I'm sure, now just has a groove in it. Okay. 3 out of 4. It's pretty good. Let's do some stuff. You guys have been waiting. Well, actually, you know what? Let me check this comment here. Welcome, Brian. Yeah, Josh, I am going to try to make more events this year. I don't know where I'm headed. But we have to see what the coronavirus does, because, you know, we could all be quarantined. Oh my. Huh. Dun, 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 dun. Flash coupon! This week's flash coupon is Eric G. Rocks. Well, that's not the coupon. That's the code. This week's flash coupon is, I believe, 25% off a set of our brand new EG1 1.9 Beadlock Rings. 25% off the rings. So add those to your cart. Add the coupon code, which is Eric G. Rocks, and you will get 25% off those Beadlock Rings. I suspect you guys will enjoy that code. And I say I suspect it because, man, almost as soon as we added the 2.2 EG1s back to stock, they just started selling like hotcakes. So if you're waiting to buy those, don't wait too long. A front shot, yes, absolutely. Good idea. Let me see. Let me get this camera pulled back up. Well, you know, I've got the camera pulled back up, but apparently it's upside down. Oh, Patrick. Let me fix this here really quickly. I have not used this camera in this section of the software before. So let me see. I need to transform, flip 180 degrees. There we go. Yeah, for the sake of, I guess, we'll say shits and giggles, let me go ahead and just throw this back wheel back on so that you guys can see the front shot. Now, unless I'm mistaken, now of course, you know, this is going to look like a weird fisheye, whatever effect, just because of how things are. There's your front shot. So if you want a good, I guess, down the side shot, that's what you're looking at. To me, the width looks pretty similar to where it was stock. I did not measure, but I am eyeballing the spacing here and here. Of course, like I said, with this camera being as close as it is hard to really see, I think, for you guys. You know, perspective. Obviously, right now, this looks way wider than the back ones, which are back there. But anyway, that's what I can do for a front shot right now. I guess that's, you know what? What am I thinking? This is what we can do. We can compare how this sticks out in the rear, because we still have one stock wheel on there. So if I line this up dead straight until a tire disappears or becomes flat, looks like we are just outside where the portal comes down. And if I do it with the stock one, same. Yeah, I would call that the same. So with a set of our 185 SLW hex hubs, your stance should be the same. I'm doing good, Brian. How are you? EG1 Reaper ring. I like that too. I mean, how many can we just call it? The EG1 Reaper Fatality and just make it really long? I don't know. We got 3 or 4 assembled. I ran out of screws. I guess I can. Whatever. I don't know why I hold that up. I'm gonna hold it up like I went fishing. Caught it. Jackie, she's put a. I don't know if you guys can see that. She put an ouch band-aid on her skid plate. She likes stickers. That's fine. So we got our. I don't want to call them prototype. I mean, these are prototypes, but these are going to be made, so they're not just a prototype. These are pre-production units. How about that? We got our pre-production internal beadlock rings assembled and installed on our axial Capra. The back spacing seems to be the same as stock with our 0.185 hubs, and this is the SLW internal wheel. I don't have a date on when these will be available in the store yet. If you go back to some of our videos from the last couple of weeks, I don't remember which week it was, I showed you guys some prototypes of some other designs that we're going to be coming out with that are unique. I showed you guys the new EG1 1.9 beadlock ring, gave you a coupon code for that. I hope you guys enjoy that. Let me check my comments before I cash out here really quickly. Finish him. Josh, I don't think I have enough screws. That doesn't look like 24. Plus time. I'm trying to keep these to an hour. We're at exactly 1 hour, 1 minute, 35 seconds. It's good. So, anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. I am your host, Patrick Norton. This has been the Locked Up RC Monday night with 1.9 Capra upgrades. Please consider subscribing to our channel. Like us on Facebook. Like the video on YouTube. All of that stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week. Thanks. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing. Not sure if you want to subscribe yet? Check out one of these videos. Thank you for watching.